We are back with part 2 of Are They Doomed? This week we're talking about Mazda, and when I say this week, I mean this day, because these are coming out quicker than every week, probably every day or thereabouts. How do you like them? Let's talk about Mazda. I'm Brian. Welcome to Futuraza. A quick thank you to today's sponsor, Joa, who made this video possible. They provide an amazing array of third-party accessories for your Tesla. I have a bunch, I use them all, and every one of them that I've ever gotten is still in use in my car. That's true of all the accessories I've ever gotten, because I'm very selective about it. Although it's coming into autumn, so I may be taking down the sunshade in the roof glass soon. Get 5% off with coupon code AZA, AZA, or AZA5. I mean, who knows? Probably both. Yeah, check them out. They've got some pretty cool stuff. Last year, I did a whole series on Are They Doomed, along with a battery of special guests. Will from Tesla Jigsaw, Brighter with Herbert, Millen, a whole bunch of people, too many to name. We had fun, and we had some interesting conclusions that were reached. Nobody agreed, of course, and when you disagree, leave it in the comments, and at the end you'll see which companies are coming up next. This first one was Tesla, this one is Mazda, and the next one is, I can just tell you, VinFast. Oh, that's going to get some hate. We'll see you here for that. Let's talk about Mazda, shall we? This is, of course, Mazda. You know what they look like. They look like cars, except this one that, doesn't exist. Engineering. Yeah, what a beautiful bit of AI. So let's talk about their engineering, because it is disappointing. Mazda's new team of engineers are solely dedicated to an unusual technology. It's going to be EVs, watch. As automakers rush to get their foot in the door of electrified and battery electric vehicles, one storied automaker is putting their chips into different technology. It's the Wankel. They're going back to the rotary engine. Okay, engineering, I'm going to say, I don't care how good you are at fixing a locomotive. We're building automobiles here, my friend. This is bad engineering. Let's look at this. Mazda. Driving forward, Mazda's EV strategy, lineup, and Toyota partnership. That's so beautiful. I would love to see them make a new car that looks like that. Mazda plans to unveil a family of EVs on a new platform. Unveil between 2025 and 2027. They partner with Toyota to reduce production costs and will use Toyota's technology extensively starting in 2026. Hey guys, Toyota's not making them. Toyota has backed all the way off of their EV plans. Wow. Okay, I think I saw the word gamble in here. Yes, producing EVs is a gamble. Not producing EVs is also a gamble. There is no outcome that is not a gamble. The MX-30 wasn't a gamble. It was a guaranteed turd. So the engineering front, I'm going to go ahead and give Mazda a 3. And that, I think, is generous. Demand. Oh boy. How many Mazdas do you think they sell in the US or globally? Well, here's the annual sales unit. So a couple 100,000 is what they sell per year. This is, I mean, hey, it's better than back here. This is not great. These are, abysmal numbers back in 1985, but here we are in, 2001. This is not great, you guys. Market rate and growth, yeah, great. The current Mazda model lineup and prices, oh, look at that. They've got some cheap gas cars. Cheap. I mean, 22 grand for a CX-30. That's cheap by modern standards. A CX-5 at 29 grand. Those are some pretty attractive cars. Why aren't they selling them? Because the demand isn't there. Now, if we look at electric vehicles by brand, now this is through Q2 of 2024. Let's find Mazda on this list. It's right here. It is this line right here. That is bad. That is very bad. Oh my gosh. 51 EV sales last year and 0 as of whenever this chart was made. The demand is not great, is what I'm saying. Revenue history. This shows, again, speaking to demand, 32 billion, the pandemic, and then back to 33 billion and kind of, flat-ish. Not great. I would not be super jazzed. This is not the trend line I would like to see. This is pent-up demand from these years when no one could get a car. It's already trending down. You need to sell cars that people want to buy. So for demand, I'm giving them a 3 again. Cars that cheap and you still can't sell them? No EVs? Terrible. Cost controls, how are they doing? Oh, it's going to be miserable, right? It's actually surprisingly good. If you look at their revenues, you'll see that they're quite strong. That's the stock price. That doesn't interest me. Here we are. Net operating cash flow, 34 billion. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. Funds from operations, 129 billion. That means they've got pretty good margins. Jump over here. This is this is the margin they get on their car. Now, oh, look, that's still 19%. These are good margins. So they know how to make a car and sell it cheap. They just don't know how to actually get it sold. That's weird. They do have a long history of building cars. They understand what volume they're at. So I guess they're able to get the parts at reasonable prices. Yeah, it appears that they do actually have costs under control. Now we're looking at 9 months volume results. Mazda profits hit new record. Global sales were up in December, but yeah, they're hitting good numbers. So for cost controls, I'm going to say 8. That's a fantastic margin. Maybe trim your margin a little and sell some cars. I'm just thinking out loud here. As a reminder, subscribe, tell a friend, open your window and shout. If you're not subscribed, this is a valuable series, and you can find a link to the playlist that this is in. Are They Doomed? If you want to see all of last year's installations as well, it's great. Share that you care. Tell a friend you're here for them today. Are you here for me, my friends? I hope you are. Cash on hand. I fixed it. I fixed it last week. It was just a mess. I fixed it. Last week, I said it again. Yesterday, mess. Today, not a mess. Cash on hand. How are they doing? Let's find out. 6 billion cash on hand. Not crazy compared to other times. Interestingly, during the shutdown, they were somehow increasing their cash on hand. I guess the shutdown allowed them to continue collecting revenue. Maybe they were clearing out old inventory. I don't know, but they brought in more money. 6 billion cash on hand. Not good. Not good. Cash on hand. 6 billion. I'm going to say not good. If you need to retool a factory or build a new one, it's going to take half your pile. That's not good. What are they going to do? Incur more debt? Maybe. By the way, I was asked on the previous series, why didn't I cover how much debt all these companies have? Toyota has huge mountains of debt. GM, Ford, huge mountains of debt. The answer is because not all debt is created equally, and separating it is difficult. When you look at something like auto leasing debt, that's all recourse debt. That's all debt you get back. That's all something that's secured by an asset. So not all debt is created equal, and when I tried digging into it, it proved difficult. So we're not covering that. Mazda, cash on hand chart, 6 billion. I'm giving them a 4 because that is not great. Not great, my friends. Roadmap. It's another one I fixed. So much better. This is a lot of fun here. They've got a strategy, you guys. A multi-solution strategy. Fuel for thought. Despite the huge demand for companies to switch to more sustainable methods, despite it, because we're not going to do that, manufacturers still face challenges when it comes to moving forward. For Mazda, a wider goal of achieving carbon neutrality by 2050 is proof the brand is driving in the right direction. No, it isn't. That's at a pace so slow that any headwind at all blows you off course, which is what we're already seeing. This roadmap is not a roadmap. Internal combustion, guess what, you guys? We're still going to have them. The powertrain is designed to reduce emissions. Good enough. Is it? Because a lot of markets in which Mazda wishes to sell will not permit the sale of those vehicles after 2035. That is a bad roadmap. And we can get even dumber. Mazda's journey to 2030, they will introduce multiple electric vehicles. And by 2030, 100% will be electrified, with pure electric accounting for 25 to 40%. That roadmap is a 2. You are maybe going to be the biggest manufacturer selling into South America or Africa, but you will not be selling in Europe. You will not be selling in China. Those are 2 of the 3 biggest markets in the world. Your roadmap is bad. Very bad. Very discouraging. Are you doomed? Let's find out. Let's jump back over to our chart. Here's Mazda. Last time they scored a amazing 22. They might beat that this time. 3, 3, 8, 4, and 2. And let's find out what that gives us. Here we are. It gives us a 40. Ooh, what a big jump. I don't remember who the guest was. When we covered Mazda last time, that is a big improvement. That is a big improvement. Not good. Not good. As you can see, it would still put them in 5th to last, ahead of, and these are the 2023 numbers, just Jaguar, VinFast, and Mazda. There we go. Now we can see the change. Plus 18 on Mazda, minus 2 on Tesla. Only the first one's on the list. Next one coming is VinFast, because I thought it'd be one that wouldn't kill me to make, even though viewers might try to. So yeah, there we are. What do we misunderstand all that? Leave it in the comments, and boom, there we go.